It'd hardly be an election in 2022 if COVID didn't play a role, wouldn't it? Anthony Albanese, of course, has been laid low, and so too has the Labor Premier of WA, Mark McGowan. Goes to show, I suppose, COVID zero is a mirage after all. Now, despite all the attacks about vaccine rollouts and vaccine mandates and all the rest of it, I still reckon this is one of the strongest suits for the government. It's pandemic management. Name a country that's come through the pandemic stronger economically and with less human trauma than Australia. Can't be done, can it? Anyway, Anthony Albanese is getting a taste of COVID firsthand. Let's hope he doesn't get too crook. Most likely he won't, but you never know. And I certainly wish him all the best. His frontbencher, Jason Clare, handled campaign communications this morning.
All right, well, the boss has got the bug, so you got me. I just spoke to Albo, and he's doing okay. He's got a bit of a croaky throat, as you'd expect, but he's doing pretty well. And he wanted me to say thank you, not just to the people in this room, but to people around Australia. He's got lots of messages, lots of well wishes overnight and through the morning. As you know, he tested positive to a PCR test yesterday afternoon. It's part of a regular PCR test ahead of flying to WA.
I wish Anthony well with his recovery. Having had COVID, Peter's had COVID as well. It can be an unpleasant experience for some. It can be a terribly dangerous experience for others. I hope he has very mild symptoms, and I'm sure he will continue to work on in the same way as I did when I was also in isolation, putting the budget together, dealing with the response to Ukraine as a government, chairing cabinet and national security meetings.
Yeah, Scott Morrison has done international meetings, media conferences, cabinet meetings and major speeches, all from isolation and quarantine these past couple of years. Most of us have worked from home as well. As you know, I've hosted this show from hotel quarantine and from home isolation. So the opposition leader, as long as he's feeling okay, will be able to campaign from home. He'll have plenty of time for media interviews. Albo, we'd be happy for a chat any day. So it's a big exaggeration to say this throws Labor's campaign into disarray. I mean, put it this way, Labor's campaign would probably be in better shape right now if Albo had been in isolation in the first week. Would have stopped him making all those mistakes probably. And after a few more blunders this week, his 7 days at home couldn't come at a better time. It might allow him and Labor to reset. This is going to provide a natural change of pace and focus in the campaign, and Labor are going to hope that that'll push Albo's blunders out of voters' memories come election day. We'll see. But I think with 4 weeks to go, there will be a few twists yet to come. Labor's campaign is not going well. Albo was at a loss on unemployment numbers, all at sea on border protection, and now Labor's attack over the Solomon Islands has blown up in their face, highlighting their weakness over China. So Labor and Albanese need to regroup and rethink their strategy. This pandemic pause in their campaign provides that opportunity. The coalition, on the other hand, they need to keep going hard. I said at the start, they'll need to win every week of this campaign to win the election. They've won the first 2 weeks convincingly. The key debates are now on their issues, but there's a long way to go.